And welcome everybody to this early morning edition. Well, not early. I mean, it is almost 10 o'clock, but for me, it's early. Edition of Stay Tuned Sports. I'm your boy King hanging out with you here as we get ready to look at the brand new uniforms for the Atlanta Falcons. A couple leaks have come out. We'll see if they're true, if they're not, if they're alternates, what have you, as it were. Some people are excited by them. Some people like them. Some people are complaining about them. We'll see once everything is revealed how it will all work. But thank you so much for joining us here on, like I said, this early Thursday morning, April 2nd. And these uniforms are going to be real. We are past April Fool's Day, so it's what we're going to get is going to be real. Thank you so much for joining us. By the way, if you like any part of this particular channel of me, I don't know why you would, please hit that like button, hit that share button, let people know this channel exists. That's a huge help for us. And as always, if you haven't done so yet, or this is your first time here, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers right here on Stay Tuned Sports. Thank you so very much. So yes, over the last couple days, a couple of leaks have come out for the Falcons and what their uniforms might look like. What we've seen is a red version of the uniform. Thank you very much, ELS. You're right. Well, again, it's early morning. It is very early morning, and I still screwed up on everything. So let's see if we can't fix that. My top info bar is incorrect. Okay, it's early morning for everybody, baby. It's early morning for everybody. Make sure you have your coffee out there. I know ELS, if you're following our boy ELS on any of his social medias, ELS TrainTuber 501, he's been doing like this taste testing of all his coffee stuff. He has so many of these different varieties of unique niche coffees. So we know he's coffeeed up, he's caffeinated up, he's ready to go. Make sure you are as well. And make sure that we get that. And I have the date wrong, too. My God. Oh, everybody's going to be watching this wondering, what kind of professional outfit is this? And I think the answer to that is it's not. It is not professional at all. But still, hit that like and share button. That certainly helps us. We're not professional, but still do the thing. Yeah, that works. That works. There we go. That's fixed it. But yes, thank you so very much there, ELS, for letting us know that. Ooh, ELS says allergies kicking my ass today, so I'm having a cup of tea. Traitor? What are you, British now? My God. So we have just about 11 minutes before the Falcons are going to release these uniforms. They're not, I guess they're not doing like the Titans did where they had the whole like festival thing where they did all that. This is just going to be, they're going to post it on Twitter, so that's what we have here. We're going to be ready to go and show that to you. We could jump on over to Twitter and actually see what's going on over there right now. Also, by the way, bit of breaking news right before we actually got on here. Kirk Cousins signing with the Las Vegas Raiders. He will be there with Clint Kubiak, who coached him for, 3 years in Minnesota. And now they reunite there as he is the head coach in Vegas. And for what it seems like, Kirk will be backing up Mendoza, but he gets to play that mentor role now. If that's something that he wants to do, I have no idea, but it's what he's going to do. And also, it gives him a pretty good, solid option at backup if something unfortunate happens. If they do maybe want to ease Mendoza into the NFL, it feels like that they're just going to throw him out there. I mean, that's the feeling I get that they're going to do there. Hi, Pepper Jack. It's early morning for her. She's already been at work for about 2 hours, and she just made herself some waffles. This is what I mean. It's early. We're not used to this. And also, I'm going to try to be a little bit quieter, because she works right over there. She's beautiful, wonderful, work from home. But she does have to, be on the phone and stuff. So, my loud ass will always get in the way. But yeah, Kirk Cousins out to Vegas. Very interesting developments there, because a lot of people thought that was an option for the Steelers if they weren't sure if they were going to get Aaron Rodgers back, if they thought they were going to do all that. We're going to see. ATL Gilmore in the chat. He says the uniforms are going to have gray pants with a black and red stripe down the leg. I hope so. I always like the silver gray, whatever, the Falcons wore. I like that look, the red with the silver. I don't know how it's going to look with the, with the black helmet. Maybe it'll look better, I wish they had changed the logo. I'm not saying go back to the old Falcon logo, which I do like, but I do feel like it is a little bit dated. You probably needed to modernize that a little bit. But the current, and I think I saw somebody describe it as like a Transformer Falcon. I think that is it's so weird and unwieldy and doesn't look like an F, doesn't look like a bird, it looks like a jumbled mess. It's just a bunch of shapes thrown together. Like somebody just took a bunch of shit, threw it on a wall, see if it stuck. And for some reason, the Falcons seem to be stuck with that logo. And I wish they would have changed that, but that's clearly not happening. They are just going with that. But I certainly hope so, ATL Gilmore. I certainly hope that that's what we're looking for. A little bit more of the traditional football uniform, and we've seen that kind of come back in the last couple of years. We saw that just recently with the Titans, going back to a more classical style of football uniform. We've seen the Redskins or Commanders, whatever. I mean, they're going to be dressed as the Redskins, just without Chief Two Guns on there. They're going back to their, what I guess you would say, traditional uniforms. We're seeing a lot more teams kind of realize like that whole Nike-fication of the NFL in the early 2000s and 2010s is a little much. It's a little much. So it seems like we're going back towards having football uniforms that actually look good and actually are traditional uniforms. ATL Gilmore says, I've seen some mock-ups with the leaked jerseys with gray silver pants floating around. And they look sick with the helmets. I'm excited to see it. And again, we're only about 7 minutes away. It is 9:53 a.m. right now. 10 a.m. is when they are going to release this. Let's look at some of the leaks that actually did come out. This is the ones that we know of as far as, like, these are pretty certain they're solid. Some people are debating whether or not these are alternates or if they're going to be the main jersey. If they're, are the Falcons going to go with a red main or are they going to go with a black main jersey? We don't know. We can assume that it's going to be the red jersey, since a lot of people did like the throwbacks that they wore and things like that. But we'll have to wait and see. ELS says, King, did you see the NFL? I did not yet, ELS. I do want to take a look at that because again, the NFL rivalry jerseys this year are the NFC North and what is it, the AFC South? ATL Gilmore said, what's your Twitter? I'll send you what I think they'll look like. Twitter is at King ST Sports. Do I have an underscore in it? I always forget what my own damn... yes, it is. King _ ST Sports. So it's at King, King _ ST Sports. And I forget my own Twitter handle sometimes. I'm that kind of guy. As you can tell, I'm kind of old. The early onset Alzheimer's, it gets to you. But so these are what we're looking at here. And as you can see, it's basically your traditional block font. They put a little notch in the top. I mean, everybody's got to try to make their numbers a little bit more unique. But this is less egregious than many of the other ones I've seen recently. Like, I think about the Texans number font, the old Titans number font, which was horrendous. Think about the Buccaneers when they had the digital alarm clock uniforms. Like, that's what I mean by, like, the Nike-fication of stuff. Like, that, those uniforms were just... I see, as a graphic designer, I don't want to say they were poorly designed because I know that a lot of effort and a lot of creativity went into it from the people making them. I would say that they were over-designed. They were just... It was done far too much. And trying to do too much with all of that, and I think it didn't quite work. I'm gonna see if I can find this there for you, man. I will try to find. I haven't gotten any update yet here, ATL Gilmore, but I'll try once I get it, I will let you know. Let me see. Is it over here? No, not there. I haven't gotten it yet. So whenever the hell it comes through, I will let you know. I don't know why. I don't know why it wouldn't be coming through. I don't know why it wouldn't be coming through. But anyway, until I get that, we'll jump back over here. We'll take a look at some of these. But I like the general idea of it. Now, we did see some leaks, but these were a little bit more unconfirmed, so I decided not to show them. But, you know, we'll see, because I think the word mark was a little off, so I think it might have been just somebody's mock-up of what they saw instead of an actual leak. But it was a mock-up of the white jersey, and it had a... what was it? Red, black, red stripe, like a northwestern stripe on the sleeve with the Falcons logo on it. Number font generally the same. Same, you know, with the Falcons word mark underneath. Having the Dirty Birds as the inside the collar for like the hanger mark. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I grew up with them, knowing them as the Dirty Birds. That's who they are. To me, the Atlanta Falcons always will be the Dirty Birds. Jamal Anderson and the Dirty Bird dance. You know, come on. If you grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, that's what they were, man. It was the Dirty Birds. I rooted for help like them in the Super Bowl against the Broncos. I never liked John Elway. That was just me. But yeah, here you go. There's Robinson. That's the back. And again, it's a football uniform. It's traditional. And I heard some people complaining, and I don't know if ATL Gilmore. It doesn't seem like he's one of them. He seems to be pretty good, pretty okay with how these are going to look. That were upset with these are boring. Oh, these look like the Cardinals. Oh, this is so bad. Yet, meanwhile, a lot of these are the same people that saw the Falcons throwback uniforms and said, oh, those are beautiful. We should just wear those. Why don't they just switch to those? Why don't they do that? But meanwhile, they're going to call these borings when they're essentially the same uniform. So that's a little weird, at least from my perspective. It's like, how can you're going to call something that this is basically trying to be a model of, and you're calling this boring, but the throwback one you're like, you know what I mean? Like, it just, sometimes the reasoning just ain't reasoning when it comes to some of these people. So we're waiting to see. As you can see, Falcons 10 a.m. is when they're going to do this. We are about a minute away, 9:59. We can do a little refresh here on the Falcons Twitter as we wait to see. Again, no, we still have the bus coming through here. Kind of fun. I mean, that was actually pretty fun. That was actually pretty fun. So good for the Falcons for doing that. Gilmore in the chat says, yep, can't judge until we see the whole fit. Agree, Gilmore. Absolutely agree. I want to see how it all looks together. Again, I skew more towards the traditional football uniform look. Now, that's not to say I don't like different uniforms. Like the Seattle Seahawks uniforms have grown on me to the point where I actually really like them. I think the Seahawks uniforms are one of those newer, quote-unquote, overly designed uniforms, but it actually kind of fits. I still think their throwbacks are far superior, but I don't mind their new uniforms. I think they're really good. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. They've been released. Here are the uniforms.
I once had a dream where I was a Falcon. My eyes were new, fresh, vision like nothing before. I could see in what felt like 4 dimensions in time was one of them explored. I could now see everything.
Look.
Unbounded from the ground,
okay.
I was let loose. The higher I soared, the more free I became.
Okay.
The sky was all mine, and I was the same. I am the fastest.
All right, you're giving us a quick look here. I haven't seen Silver Pants yet.
To naked eyes, a blur. Swipes of red, white,
okay,
silver,
we've
and black
got the
with
stripes,
a curve
and there's a touch of gray.
Would have no time to pray. In this dream, my body was a falcon, but my mind was still mine. I could recognize my city and nest from miles away in detail without trying. All dreams feel real, of course, but This one was different still. A bouncing
Still
word
just,
I heard
all I'm
upon
seeing is
waking
white
even
pants,
now
which is unfortunate,
gives me
but
chills.
it seems to be on brand for the recent Falcons.
Until no sound. I could still see everything as it is and was, but now I'm flying on the ground. A new red rush.
So not even a alternate. No stripes on the jerseys. That's not going to be any. Let's go back here. Here we go, and let's get just the full look of it here. So we have the striping pattern on both the black pants and white pants is going to be red center stripe, 2 black stripes, 2 white stripes, 2 silver stripes. And that's going to be the same on the white pants and on the black pants. Gilmore says, damn, no gray. I kind of agree. I think gray pants actually would have looked really nicer. Silver pants, gray pants on there would look amazing. I think the all white look is a little too much. I honestly think that's one that hopefully we won't see a lot of that. The black, white, black of the road uniform there, black helmet, white jersey, black pants. A little mono, at least the numbers are red. I'll give them that. So you get a splash of red there. Not bad. I got to tell you, I like the home look. Black helmet, red jersey, the pants with traditional football stripes. My God, thank God we got stripes. Thank God we got great stripes. ELS in the chat says, I want some gray in these jerseys. I'll say this. It's far superior than what they've been wearing for the last 25 years. Even the Vic era jerseys, the Super Bowl era jersey, if you will. You know, the collapsed jersey, as it were. No, I don't mean to bring up bad memories there, Gilmore, but, you know. And then when they rebranded a couple of years ago with the current uniforms, they have with the giant ATL on the front, and just it was not a good looking uniform. These look tremendously better. She means Dolby in the chat says no silver pants. Bummer. I think that's kind of a sentiment going along with everybody right now. Is that the lack of silver or gray pants is kind of a letdown. We were hoping for a little bit more of that kind of back to that traditional one. ELS says the red jersey looks okay. I think the home look looks great. They look like a football team. They look like a real football team, and it looks I enjoy it. I really do. I think these are good uniforms. You can nitpick about little things like that. Like I said about the Titans uniforms, I think you can nitpick about maybe the striping pattern. Maybe would have gone a little bit thicker on the red, on the helmet stripes and on the pant stripes and blah, blah, blah. Here, I love the pant stripes. I think they did a masterful job on these pant stripes. Would it be better if the main pant color was silver or gray? I think so. But see, here's the thing that a lot of people don't seem to remember. Like in the NFL, you can change your pants really kind of anytime you want. The really only things you can't change in the 5-year rule consists of the helmet logo, the helmet design, the logo, and the main jersey. The shirt of the jersey. That's it. As far as the rest of the uniform, you can change your face mask, you can change the pants, you can change the socks, you can change all that because none of that is really marketable. You know, it's not, you know, they don't. So I think some offshoot places sell NFL pajama pants that look like the pants they wear, but I don't think anything is officially licensed by the NFL as far as pants go. So they don't really have any manufacturing or marketing for pants or sock colors or things like that. So is there a chance that we can still get gray or silver pants? in the future, if maybe that's what Arthur Blank and maybe some of the people that are here, if they can do that. That's not out of the realm of possibility. Eli says, hold on, Falcons just posted the photo of it, and I see black pants on the white jersey. Yeah, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. My face is in the way. Hold on. I keep on forgetting that. Hold on. I got to move. I thought everybody could see that, but obviously they couldn't because I'm dumb. There we go. Say yes, you can see the... Let me go right in the middle here, because now we know it's just the white pants. We see that. But there are the black pants, and you can see that there. Here, I'll go all the way over to this side. There, that's a little better. So yeah, there you go. Those are the black pants. There, the white on black. That's it. I don't like the mono white. I don't like the mono white look. It's not. I don't mind sometimes if teams wear like all white, but I think it has to look right to do that. I think the Browns can do it and get away with it, for being that kind of a traditional team. I think the Bears can get away with it, although I do like them better when they wear the navy pants. In this case, the Falcons, I think that should be the main road look, is the black helmet, white jersey, black pants. I think that needs to be the main look. Now, I think... being Atlanta, I think at some point this season you're going to see, black helmet, red jersey, black pants. They're going to do that at least for one game. That's something that they're going to do. But like I said, maybe sometime in the future, maybe not this season, maybe next season, you'll see gray pants or silver pants introduced, and I think they can do that. ELS, he gives it a rank of 6.6 out of 10. Says he needs some gray on those jerseys, but outside of that, they're good. I really like everything about this. I love the number font. Back to that kind of traditional block font there. A little different. As you can see with the 11s, they're a little bit different. You got some nice serifs there on the 5, the 2s. Again, I think it's a very well put together jersey. I really like it. I really do like it. Again, as I said, I will always skew more towards the traditional look here. We're going to have a couple more looks here. And that is what they're listing as their official away. There with the black pants and white pants, but it's going to be the white. Again, that doesn't look bad. Even the all white, you wear some black socks with the white pants. I would wear, and again, they got to start getting these guys to wear the actual socks again and start wearing the pants where they belong, not wearing them like goddamn biker shorts, please. Thank you. Can we do that? Can we do that, guys? Can we do that for me, please? This is the home look with the... Oh, they could do red... Oh, if they did red socks, like, come on, that would look good. Again, like I said, there are some combinations here that go... But look at that. Like, that's a... This right here. That looks great. That's a great looking uniform right there. Just look at that shot. The Heisman shot there. That's a great shot. Just this picture for me puts it up to, these are 8.5s to me. These are 8.5s. 8.5 out of 10. Again, I think there's a couple little things there. Maybe just the silver pants would make these go insane, and maybe some parts of the away uniforms using red or black socks on the white pants if you're going to go with the all whites. Or even if they're wearing the black pants, I would go with maybe red socks too. That would look pretty cool. And add a little bit more color to it. But outside of that, I got to tell you, I think these over the home uniforms are a home run. I think the home uniforms are an absolute home run. 80% of the people thought going into this that they were going to like them. 20% said they'll be mid, and nobody said they were going to hate them. So that's pretty good. But I really do like these uniforms. I really do. I think, and especially with the homes, I think they nailed it. I think they 100% nailed it. And there we go. Yeah, let me get myself all the way out of the way of there. There is the whole uniform lineup. You've got the all white on the left side there. White jersey, white pants. And God, thank God they got the striped. You don't have any more of the unitard look, which is just, that's what you need. Stripes. Give me stripes. Give me all the stripes. This is the problem with Detroit. When I tell Detroit all the time, get stripes on your goddamn pants. The home look is tremendous. I think the home look is absolutely tremendous. And the black pant road uniform is good. Like I said, I would think about adding Red Sox to that, to either of the road uniforms, whether the all whites or the one with the black pants. I would add like Red Sox to it, just to add that little splash, just a little splash of color. But I really do love it. I think these are solid football uniforms. I don't think there's any question about that. At least in my mind, I really do enjoy it. I really do think these are fantastic and wonderful football uniforms. I just think they work. And that's what I mean, is you don't need to reinvent the wheel when it comes to making a football uniform. You don't need to, we have, what we wanted to do was we wanted to add this and that and the other thing, and we want to make sure this is and this is representing this, and this represents this, and this, like what people have come to call Nike speak when it comes to how they design things, and like this element of the jersey here, like the Broncos put all those little stupid goddamn triangles all over the place. And the Titans, well, they made sure it looks like we've got guitar strings on the stripes, and we put 3 little stars on the armpits to represent, like, what? Are you saying that Tennessee stinks? Why would you put the 3 stars by the armpit? Doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like there's that over designed element to some of these uniforms and logos and things like that always feels like it takes something away here. This is something that I think the Falcons got absolutely right. They said, hey, let's try to look like a regular-ass football team. Let's try to look like a professional football team. Not try to look like one, like Oregon and have the 16 million uniforms and look just, which is, I think, fine for college. College is always the place for experimentation, as we all know. But for a professional football league, look professional. These look incredibly professional. These look incredibly nice. I like them. This is going to be really nice to see on a football field once we get to September and October. So again, kudos to the Atlanta Falcons. So Atlanta, I think, has done very well. I say I got them as an 8.5 out of 10 on overall on the uniforms. I honestly think the home uniforms are a 9 or above. I think they're a 9+. The home uniforms, absolutely beautiful, fantastic. I don't think you could have done better. Outside of Silver Pants, I think Silver Pants would have actually looked really nice here. When it comes to the roads, not a fan of the all white, although it's not, like I said, it's not terrible. It's just probably the weakest of the looks here. The black pants one, I think, is a little bit better, a little bit more balanced. Like I said, I might try to add the Red Sox to that black pant look and have it look. That might look pretty good. Like I said. And at some point, they're going to add black pants to the home jersey there. They're going to have black, red. That's going to happen. And I'm not sure how that's going to look. It might be a little too much. It might be like, hey, you know what? It's not terrible. We'll see. we'll see what happens. ELS says, good job, Atlanta. You did a nice job on a red jersey, but you need some gray and a white jerseys. ELS says, King, let me know when you look up the mock-ups of the NFL. Oh, yeah. Well, let me get to that, ELS, because you did post that for me. Thank you very much for doing that. Let me see, because I know you posted it over here. So let me see here. Let me pull this up here 1 second. We'll go back to this. Oh, wait a minute. I did see these. I saw somebody else post these. These are all, just going to post this real quick here, ELS. Yeah, these are fake. They're not, these are someone's concepts. These are not actual, you know, and I don't think they're based on anything real. As you can see, somebody like tried to do it was the Bears one, but it was like the Bears, you know, the Chicago flag and stuff like that. But I don't believe, from what I've seen, from trusted uniform sources and from people inside the old Chris Creamer Sports Logo uniform forum there. If you want to go do that at sportslogos.net, big shout out to Chris Creamer and everybody there. One of the few Canadians I actually like and respect. He's a very good guy. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be, like, none of those are true as far as that goes. And I'm certainly glad, because that Houston one looks bad. The Vikings one trying to look runic, that looks bad. Like, I don't even know what the Lions are trying to go for there. That's bad. Like, the Packers going with gold, which is kind of what Ron Wolf wanted to do back in '94, was have them go to the metallic gold instead of the yellow. He got a lot of pushback on that, and so they didn't do that. That would have been interesting. No idea. Like, what are the Jaguars doing? It's just a teal version of their. They had, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it. Yeah, like none of these really strike me as would, you know, good, and I'm kind of glad that it's not gonna be what we all thought that it might have been, you know. So that's good. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The Atlanta Falcons uniforms. Not bad. In fact, I think quite good all around. I think the only one I'm not super stoked on is the mono white. But even outside of that, I think it's good. Master Polarath in the chat says, I wish we had an alternate red helmet. That's my only complaint. Well, here's the thing. And I think I brought this up with the Titans, too. I was like, when you introduce a new uniform, I don't believe you can have an alternate that first year. You just have to have your regular ones, and then the following year you can introduce an alternate. So I wonder if in the next year, like next year, you might get a red alternate. So they'll try to make it look like the throwback, but it won't be. Like, it'll be this current logo. It'll be the red helmet, this current logo, that striping pattern that you see on the pants. They'll put that on the helmet. So instead of having the gold outer stripe, it'll be a silver stripe. They'll do a black jersey, and maybe then they'll do silver pants with that. I wonder if that's something they'll do. But we'll find out, man. We will find out. Master Polarath, again, thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. If you liked anything that you watched on this particular channel, you can go back and check some of the other live streams we've done in the past. If you like anything about this channel, you can go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, or this is your first time here, as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I think that's going to wrap it up. Yeah, this is a little bit different than a Titan stream because they had the whole event and we had to wait for the event to go, and we were all sitting here discussing what happened. The Falcons, a lot more efficient. They just jumped in and said, hey, this is what we got. This is what we're doing. And sure enough, I think they nailed it. And it's good to see football going back to that more professional, traditional football look. it just looks so much better. Just looks so much better. I'm excited for it. I certainly hope you're. So what do we have next? We know the Ravens are doing tweaks, but now we're hearing like it may not be this year. So I'm wondering, there's still a little conflicting information when it comes to the Ravens. Washington, we generally understand that they're going to be going back to the Redskins style uniforms. But now there's also a little bit of scuttlebutt that they might be. It'll look like them, but it won't be exactly them. So I'm wondering what they're screwing around with. I certainly hope they don't screw around with anything too much. You don't really want to mess with perfection, and those Redskins uniforms are perfection. The only thing missing, like I said, would be two guns white calf on the side of the helmet. But that being said, if I'm Washington, don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. Don't try to over-design it. Just do what looks good. And the Redskins uniform looks perfect. It honestly looks perfect. I would say leave that be. And is there any other uniforms coming out? I don't know. I think that might be it. Oh, the Rams. That's right. And we know the Rams apparently are going to a solid color logo. So now all the gradients are going to be off the LA logo. I believe they're changing the Ram head logo from what they have now, which everybody made fun of because it looked like his nose was a penis. They're going to change that to something a little bit more like their older throwback 50s, 60s, 70s Ram head logo. Just modernized. That's the scuttlebutt there. And of course that the uniforms are going to match the Hollywood Knights rivalry uniform that they had with the curl, the actual ram horn on the sleeve, which looked great. It's just going to be in all the traditional colors, and that the numbers are going to be solid. It's not going to be a gradient number there. So it's, again, I think the Rams are going to look good. Also, possible new word mark for the Rams as well. So keep an eye out for that. I've also seen that on the draft hat leak that they've had. So possible new word mark. Possible new uniforms there with the Rams. So all that's going to be coming up. We don't have any specific dates, I believe, for that, except for the Washington is April 15th, tax day, surprisingly, for a team from Washington. So we have that. So that's the next official uniform release that we know of. And then after that, it's the draft. So we'll get pretty good looks with all that then. Next from us will be tomorrow, 6 p.m., the open bar. Me and Jimbo will be here answering your questions. So if you have any thoughts, concerns, questions about these uniforms, questions about anything that comes to sports, questions when it comes to anything. Like I said, it's literally an open bar. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to do, we'll be here tomorrow, Friday, 6 p.m. here Eastern Time on Stay Tuned Sports, answering all your questions and talking nonsense while we have a couple of tasty, delicious adult beverages. So until then, have a fantastic rest of your morning. Have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. And enjoy this April 2nd, everybody. My name is King. This has been Stay Tuned Sports. And these are the new Falcons uniforms. Got to say, really like it. Really like it.